to set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
We're here. This is the category. If there's one film category above all, if there's one film category to rule them all, it's best drama. And that's what we're doing today for the AKAPAD Film Buff Podcast. 2025, the best of 2025. I decided to, for the first time this year, I decided to do my own award show, my AKAPADers. And I'm doing some personal favorites, such as my most watched film of the year, my most discovered film of the year. But we're going through categories. Best sci-fi, best comedy, best drama, best musical. And I think there's a lot of surprises in there. And this year, Jay Kelly, I just have to say, it came out of nowhere. Netflix dropped it live on stream, available for all of us December 5th. And here's the thing. I put this on because I just want to get behind Adam Sandler whenever I know he's not in a comedy. When he's not in Happy Gilmore, we got to talk about it, right? Adam Sandler, proportionally, overall, and I would say this from compared to anyone, even Bill Murray, anyone that came through, and Bill Murray will always have the Royal Tens, Life Aquatic, Lost in Translation, right? Like Bill Murray has comedy and he has drama. But in so many of the Bill Murray movies, I always felt like we're just getting exactly that. We're just getting Bill Murray in a different sitch. So a lot of people will say Robin Williams. Adam Sandler, in my view, he does bring you out of that of him being a comedian, where you fall into what he's saying and the things he's fighting for in these movies. You're heartbroken when he dies in some of these movies, and you root for him to return to center and come back as a character, or when you see the character move on from center, as he does here in Jay Kelly, where he takes that next step and you're okay with it and you're happy for him, but you still see he convinces you how much of a friend he still is to George Clooney / Jay Kelly. So I put it on Adam Sandler alone, and the way that this movie pulled me in, and I knew I was watching something special when the movie moved, where all of a sudden we're on a train, all of a sudden we're in a bar, all of a sudden something's going viral on the internet, all of a sudden he's trying to repair things with his daughter, and the movie just moves, and then we're seeing this man get deconstructed. He gets disassembled. This movie ends as we see it, with the movie poster and thumbnail, where him and Adam Sandler, actor, super actor, and agent, they're watching a retrospective of Jay Kelly. Jay Kelly is on a pilgrimage to watch a retrospective of that. And we see him as a person become complete in that moment. And the entire movie gets into that frame, gets into that zone. And the way we do it is, we get a little bit farce. It's a little bit of a farce where we're juggling things and there's wacky characters around us. But at the same time, George Clooney's performance carries us from scene to scene. I feel like when this is very similar to how I viewed Life of Chuck, where when we meet our end, when we meet our maker, this is what we expect. This is what we see. This is who we are. Let me see who I was in the life. Let me see the things that matter to me. Let me break free of these earthly constraints so I can fly, so I can be free, so I can be at peace. That's the whole point of Jay Kelly. And we give so much credit to Noah Baumbach. This is our writer-director. I loved it. this guy's films have been with me for a while. I love the here's the thing. Little bit of a tell. When you get a movie that moves, sometimes it's more of a script than a director. This movie is laid out. You can almost like visualize the index cards, scene to scene, that lays and flows everything out. You can almost visualize it. And I think a part of that is 2009, Fantastic Mr. Fox. 2012, Madagascar 3, Europeans Most Wanted. He can change into animation. Animation writing, animation scripting is far different than anything live action. 2023, Barbie. Barbie moves. It just moves. The movie moves. He's co-director of De Palma, 2015, one of the best filmmaker documentaries ever. Mr. Jealousy, Highball, 2015. Did I see this? Mistress America, maybe. 2022, White Noise. 2019, huge Oscar push for Marriage Story. 2017, The Merkowitz Stories, incredible. I love that, with Ben Stiller. She's funny that way, executive producer, but still good. While We're Young, writer. While We're Young pairs well with Jay Kelly. And you want to say maybe he's like his films are too lighthearted, too comedic, not coming of age enough, not enough tragedy to be full dramas. That's 100% accurate. But with this movie, George Clooney just transforms the way we receive this film. He's a real life actor that's playing a real life actor, so there's a meta property there. But we believe everything we know about George Clooney and Jay Kelly in this movie. We put ourselves in so many of his situations. The relationships alone with his children. There's the flashback of the this filmmaker that needs money to continue to making a movie, and he's making this like pickle mayo tomato sandwich that George Clooney's just like blown back, and he casually makes this as he's about to beg for money, and George Clooney can't do it, and then later he dies, he passes away, and then we're at the funeral, and that's kind of where this journey of his starts to take shape. This movie is a comedy that ends with a dramatic pulse, and that transformation, it's almost like it's meta, like it's so self-reflective, because the audience goes through that transition too. And I just feel like also AKAPADers that this film came and went over a lot of people's heads, and people didn't take time to think about that final scene. I implore you guys to watch this movie, to rewatch this movie, to get into some of these other films by Noah here. I think he is a absolute premier writer, filmmaker. I do want to re-experience While We're Young. I just realized he's also his first movie, the writer director, Kicking and Screaming, but it's not the Will Ferrell one. It's not the soccer one. Mr. Jealousy, I heard about that. This guy's been rocking and rolling since 1995. Now it's 2025, and I think he's here. He's ready to rock and roll. And again, 2019, if you're going to stick with Netflix, check out Marriage Story. Marriage Story should have gotten some Oscar gold for sure. Love you guys, rock and roll.
Okay, that's a wrap.